get my own way.
Okay.
You upload your videos and put them on there, and you show them for you for $30.
Yeah, I think you told me about that.
Yeah.
Good morning, precious. How you doing, baby? Happy Thursday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. When you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe, guys. Look at some of the videos, and if you see anything that you like, just hit share, guys. I'm on TikTok today, y'all. Yep, I ain't on Instagram. I'm on Facebook every day. You already know that. I got loyal supporters on Facebook. But I'm doing something different today with Coffee and Conversation. I'm on TikTok live. Yeah, I ain't been able to go live, but I can go live now for whatever reason. So I'm live on TikTok as well. So TikTok, you ain't familiar with Coffee and Conversation, baby, but you're going to get a taste of it today. So here we talk about co-parenting issues. I try to talk to you about ways you can get along with your baby mama, baby daddy for the sake of the children, right? So it peered off into a whole segment where we going 4 years strong. We started as a freshman, and now you're in your senior year. So right now, we're talking about a board that we created. I'm sorry, Facebook, but I got to recap for TikTok because they don't know. They don't know who I am. They don't know who I be. So I'm Shakenya, guys, and this is Coffee and Conversation. So yeah, it done turned into a whole crime scene because we have parents out here that haven't healed from the relationship, so they use the children against the other parent, and as a result of, you got a severed relationship in most cases. You got a child that acts out when they go visit the other parent. So we're trying to figure out why they do this. So I have realized that they do this because the other parent is using manipulation tips. Fix it, Jesus. They use manipulation tips on your baby, which is pretty much equated to abuse. So therefore, we created a board. So on this board, we have suspects. We have the people that could possibly poison your baby and planted seeds. We got people that's guilty by association, remember, meaning that they just stood by and watched and allowed it to happen. And then we got people that's just innocent bystanders that get caught up in the drama. So we done made this a whole thing, right? So we talked about manipulation tips in your 9th grade year, and here it is, you seniors now. So now we're going over the adverse effect that these manipulation tips have on your child, and we're looking at the psychological damage that has been caused as a result of using these manipulation tips. So we've been going over them, y'all, for the last couple months, and we've covered almost 25. Almost, and I ain't even add the ones that we covered within the last week or two, right? So, first one was balance. Yep. Not keeping balance in both households when y'all break up. Yeah. You got to keep it just as normal as possible. Normal as possible, even if that means that the baby had the same shit. I ain't gonna say take it this far, but if the baby got the same room makeup that they had, like if you got the same colors or something similar from both households that the child has in both households to make it more homey, you know, and normal, because this is what their life is right now. Yep. It's in between two households. Y'all couldn't make it work. Y'all couldn't keep it together. So therefore, the child has, so this is normal now. So you got to make it normal. So yeah, keeping balance. So keeping balance is if you have rules in one house, you got to make sure you got rules in the other house. Yep. So we use cleaning as an example. One parent got the child cleaning in this house, but when the child go visit the other parent, that parent don't enforce that, right? So when the child come back home to you, you got to fuss and fight with this baby. You argue with him. You ain't cleaned your room yet. Now you got to threaten to get the belt. Now you, and you shouldn't have to do that because that should be routine at your house. That child know what they have to do at your house, but you would be surprised if you're sharing a child. If you guys are not on the same page and y'all ain't kicking the same thing, y'all ain't talking the same talk, y'all ain't moving. Yeah, you will be surprised how that compromises your parenting, right? So, yeah, you're not having a child clean. We talked about somebody telling your child they don't have to listen to you and they don't have to do what you say. Good morning. Right there.
All
right.
Thank you.
Yep, somebody actually telling your baby, you ain't got to listen to her. You ain't got to listen to him. Can you imagine that? This your baby too. How dare somebody tell them that they don't have to listen to you when they with you and you telling them to do this and do that and they're ignoring you and you wondering why your child ignoring you? You don't have a bad kid. You don't have a disobedient kid. Your kid usually do what you tell them to do, but you'll be surprised if that other parent keeps constantly telling them they don't have to listen to you, they don't have to do what you say. Fix it, Jesus. Before long, they not. Now you got a child that's hard-headed. Now you got a child that's always in trouble at school. Why? Because you can't tell them nothing. Because the other parent told them, fix it, Jesus. Inappropriate conversations. Talking to that baby about you. Talking to that baby about parenting concerns that you ain't even told the parent yet. That's an inappropriate conversation to have with a child. Yeah, the parents should always know what's going on, how you feel, whatever parenting concerns you have. You talk to that parent first, and then when y'all just find out what y'all gonna do, then y'all talk to the baby, right? So yeah, having inappropriate conversations, because inappropriate conversations turns into inappropriate relationships. Now, they don't necessarily mean sexual contact or anything of that nature, but for the most part, that's an inappropriate relationship, yeah, that you're having with this child, to where now is you and the child against the other parent. Yep, you and the parent should always have a united front. It should always be y'all against the kid. It should never be a situation where the child has partnered up with the other parent and y'all going against the other parent. Never. Next one is staging the scene. This is when they lie. My baby daddy told everybody she was living with him. And solely him, right? How could that be when I'm taking her to school every day, taking her to practice every day, picking her up, and I do this every day, and then bring her? How could you exclude me? How can you do that? Yeah, that's when you got parents that have your support and y'all working together, but yet and still they try to make it seem like they're a single parent. They'll never give you credit for what you do and make it seem like you just non-existent. Yeah, I don't know how he was able to convince so many. Oh, I do know how he was probably able to do that. The same people that you lied to, those be the same people that you take the baby around every time you got the baby. Hey, twin. Yeah. So that's those people that you lied to, every time they see you, the baby with you. So that's enough to convince them. Yeah. So, yep, staging the scene, demonizing the parent. Demonizing the parent is when you just constantly talk bad about this parent. Nothing that this parent does is good. Nothing is good enough. The parent don't do this. They don't do that. They don't never talk about what you do that's good. Everything is all bad. You'll be surprised how they can make everything seem bad. Everything I do, you'll be surprised they can turn everything I'm doing bad. I deal with children with behavior issues. I paint. I do drywall. I have a radio show that promotes black-owned businesses, Motor City Radio. I'm an author. I have a book, Dysfunctional Family. Now, you'll be surprised how people can make that all seem bad. Took care of my brothers when my mom passed away. Fix it, Jesus. Took care of his daddy when he left us. Fix it, Jesus. Yep. Not using the C's of co-parenting. When we first started, it was the 3 C's of co-parenting, which was compromise, communication, and cooperation. We've expanded that since then. We've added a couple things. We've added compliments. Complimenting your baby mama, your baby daddy when you see them. Yep. They graduated. They did something phenomenal because the baby shared with you, I'm quite sure, when they got in the car. And you probably congratulated them then, right? If you're a manipulative parent, you probably didn't. But yeah, you're supposed to. I didn't put that on the list. But yeah, the baby get in excited about something that the other parent has done. You're supposed to be just as excited. Yeah, you don't downplay it. You don't push it off. Oh yeah, for real. And then when you see that parent, you congratulate that parent. Add that to your C's of co-parenting, right? So, being considerate. Yeah, I know. I know you can't stand your baby mama, your baby daddy. You trying to figure out how the hell you gonna do all it. You got to, though, for the sake of the kids. Yeah. You even have to be compassionate. I know at this point the parents be leaving my office like, Miss Wardlaw, you done lost your damn mind. Yep. All right, coming in at number 8. Purposely excluding you. This happens when they had that inappropriate relationship. The parent never lets you know when the child is having a game. They never let you know when something's going on. They always doing stuff without you, and you got to find out secondhand through conversation. Yep, purposely excluding you. Manipulation tip. Yep, how you doing, baby? Fighting fair and playing fair. Yep. When y'all break up, y'all pretty much know what it is. Yep. I got some parents that fight on sight. They fight on sight. But I got some parents where they travel together, they celebrate together, they do the kids' birthdays together, they always at each other's houses. The children are all happy together. Yep. Ain't no stepmama, stepdaddy, ain't, yep. So you got to be playing fair or you fighting fair. You can't do both. I was playing fair, they was fighting fair. I didn't even know I was in a fight. I didn't know I was in a fight until that baby said she ain't want to be with me no more. Yep. I didn't know. Yeah, these people were smiling in my face. Yeah. I was attending birthday parties, going to funerals, speaking to these people every weekend. If I had known how these people felt about me, I wouldn't have never took her over there on no, it would be supervised visits or no visits at all. If I had known how these people feel about me. So you got to know where you stand with your baby mama, your baby daddy. I know this a long one, y'all, but that's just how many manipulation tips we done went over, right? So fighting fair and playing fair, giving credit where credit is due. You got to always get that parent credit where credit is due. You got to do it in front of the child. You got to do it in front of the parent sometime, and you got to do it in front of others. Other people got to know that this parent does this and does that. I bet you everybody in his camp does not know that I was the one taking her to school. I was the one picking her. And I know y'all tired of hearing that because y'all figure you the mama, you supposed to do that anyway. Yeah, I supposed to, and I did. And as a result of, I should have got credit for that. Yep, it shouldn't have been the grandma at the senior picnic. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. Here it is. I'm getting up every morning and fixing Jesus. Not giving credit where credit is due. Punishment not fitting the crime. Me not having a relationship with my daughter does not fit whatever it is I'm supposed to have done. Mind you, I still don't know what I did. I still don't know what I did that would cause so many people to hate me so much. I still don't know. I still don't know. When you're being charged with something, you at least know what you're being charged with. When the judge is reading off, you down did this, you down did that. Wait, hold on, judge. What is that? At least they let you know what you up against. But to have her taken out my life, it's equivalent to like an overkill or something. Yeah, because you gotta answer for that, right? You gotta. I wonder what they tell people when people ask where your mama at. I wonder what she tells people when they ask where your mama at. So punishment fitting the crime, me not having no relationship with her at all is equivalent to me molesting her. It's equivalent to me allowing somebody to molest her. It's equivalent to me beating her. It's equivalent to me abusing her in every way possible. For me not to have no relationship, all these things would have had to have taken place. It couldn't be no you getting up in the morning taking her to school and picking her up. It can be no you cooking every night. It can be no you got her working in your family business to earn money for her. It can't be that you teaching her about credit and entrepreneurship and home ownership. It can't be that you have her with you when you go to your meetings for your youth program. It can't be none of that. They're two different people. You got to make it make sense, right? So punishment fitting the crime. Yeah, you can't keep that child from that baby mama or that baby daddy for long, extended periods of time, and you ain't really got no reason. It's just you mad because you ain't healed from the relationship. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. So, yeah, your parenting being interrupted as a result of all of this. Yep, it's not necessarily a manipulation tip, but it is the adverse effect that happens when the child is taking out your life for no reason or another parent is going against you purposely. Yep. Telling the child how they feel. Is coming in at number 13. Every time you pick that baby up, I know you ain't happy over there. We're going to have to figure out a way to get you from over there. We got to figure out a plan to get you from over there so you can come stay with us permanently because I can offer you a better life. This is what your child goes through every time they go over there. Yeah. So they telling this child, I know you're not happy. I know you're not happy. Before long, that child is not happy with you. Making a difference in the children that they don't share with you. Talking about those children, making it seem like those children are bad. Those children are not the same as you. You on a whole different level as they are. You're better than them. Teaching them to go against their own siblings. Making a difference in the children. Making a difference in the lifestyle. When y'all break up, it shouldn't be that much of an imbalance. Yeah, it shouldn't be no you living in a mansion and your baby mama or your baby daddy homeless. I will hope if your baby mama, your baby daddy get in a predicament where it's going to cause them to be so, that you will pitch in and do what you can to help. You got to create, what's the first thing we talked about? Balance. So if the child was living good with you, they should be living good with the other parent. And y'all both should be working hard to make sure that that happens. You never want to upset the balance. There was no difference in our lifestyle. They was driving foreign vehicles and so was I. Yeah, y'all seen me in that X5. Y'all seen me in that Range Rover. I done went through the whole Range Land Rover clan. Yep, I jumped in that journey when we started doing the jail tours for the girls. And it was pushed to start. I mean, damn. It was no difference in the lifestyles. They stayed in the little okay area. I stayed in not a desirable area, but it was a developing area. When I purchased that property for rental purposes, they was building over there. Now they got the Myers over there. They got all these stores. They're revitalizing the area. So, yeah, the lifestyles wasn't too much different. Fix it, Jesus. But that's the manipulation tip. Making you work harder than you have to. It's a long one today, y'all. Yep. Every time you call to try to get that baby, they not answering the phone. You got to call 2 or 3 times. When you go over there to pick the baby up, they gone. Making you work harder than you have to. Making the baby feel like they got to choose. That's when they try to make that baby seem like they can offer a better life. Every time that baby come to you and say that they tired of going to this house and that house, instead of you confident in that baby and making that baby understand that this is the reality, this is what they got to do now, you make that baby feel like we can give you a better life over here. You ain't got to go there. You ain't got to stay there. We're going to find a way to get you to leave. Yep. Fix it, Jesus. Mama's boy and daddy's girl. I'm going as fast as I can, people. Damn. But this is what you're doing to destroy your baby. This is what's destroying the black family. These manipulation tips is what's destroying the black family. It ain't the white man all the time. Yep. This right here. It's not when y'all break up. That's not the broken home when y'all break up. The broken home is when y'all can't find a rapport and y'all can't figure it out and y'all can't work together. And one parent is using these manipulation tips on the other. That's where the broken home comes from. Yep. So mama's boy and daddy's girl. We know that just means that the child favors one over the other. That's what we know. We know that I'm a daddy's girl. I love my daddy. My daddy was in Japan 20-some years, and I love my daddy to death, right? So we know that that's what it is, but you got manipulative parents that will use this against the child to gain loyalty. Yeah, if you love me, you will do that. If you love me, you'll leave your baby. You don't need your baby mama, your baby. You don't need your daddy. You don't need your mama. You just need me. Because you're a daddy's girl. You're mama's boy. You don't need nobody else. Yeah, they'll use that. They'll drill that in your baby's head, and that'll be the reason why. That'll be the reason why. Fix it, Jesus. No communication. For the years that we were apart, I was the main one doing the communication. I would call, he won't answer. He might call me back 2 or 3 days later. Fix it, Jesus, but I would always try. Yeah, so no communication. And when y'all break up, y'all got to talk more now that y'all not together than y'all did when y'all was. Yeah, so therefore it's a lot of y'all should be talking about. Y'all should be talking about parenting concerns. Y'all should be talking about that child's education. Y'all should be talking about doctor's appointments, eating habits. Y'all should be talking about the baby's behavior when they over at your house, to compare notes to make sure that y'all child isn't acting out. So yeah, y'all got a lot to talk about. So no communication is a manipulation tip. They ain't calling you. They ain't telling you nothing. They ain't telling you what's going on over there in that house. You should know everything that's going on in their house. You should know everything that's going on with them, even their personal business. You should know some of it. You should know some of it. Because your child going over there all the time. So you should know what environment your child is in. You should know the influences that your baby mama, your baby daddy have around your kids. You should know all of that. That's how tight y'all should be. Right? So, let me see. Downplaying what you do. And that's different from not giving you credit. Always saying you ain't doing nothing. They don't do nothing. What you doing ain't nothing. I don't know how they was able to downplay everything that I do. I don't know too many people that's doing it. I don't know too many people that's doing it like me. I don't know how you could downplay that. I really don't. But they did. Yeah, let me see. Always talking to you about leaving and giving you ways to leave. Yeah, these are the parents that coach the baby into doing stuff to get a CPS case open. Yeah, remember mine's fought the older sister. My kids ain't never had a fight in their life. That's the overkill part. That's the stuff that be like, oh my God, that was over the top. They had one fight. They ain't never had a fight because I didn't raise them to fight each other. I raised them to love on one another. I raised them to support one another. Yeah, my kids didn't fight like that. Yeah, I raised them to talk about what it is that y'all got going on and resolve it. Yeah, well, you ain't about to fight. This your brother. This your sister. Fix it, Jesus. They talk to your baby about emancipation, ways of getting away from you, and they tell them step by step what they need to do to make it happen. Fix it, Jesus. I'm almost finished. Purposely going against you. The rules that you set, the things that you tell this baby to do, they purposely go against you and tell the baby to do the complete opposite. Or they do the complete opposite. Every time you ask them to do something, you have a small request, they say no. The butterfly effect and the mirror effect. Okay, y'all, that's it. Tomorrow I'll recap the rest because we did about 30. We did about 30 manipulation tips that can possibly use on your baby against you. Yep. So, y'all, that's it for Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. Y'all go to my YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe. Quit playing with me. I'm trying to be famous, yep.